Speaking
Yes.
of the Breakfast Club and radio, is Charlamagne the God, the greatest radio personality of all time? Charlamagne the God, the greatest radio personality at all time. I see you making your face up over there, Cherie. I'm not the biggest Charlamagne fan in the world, but man,
I
if he
think
ain't, that boy sure putting up some LeBron James and Kobe Bryant number to say that he's the, he up there.
I mean, if we're going by numbers,
I mean numbers, but do I think?
if we're going by numbers,
I mean, we could go by the numbers, but do I think he is the best? No. I
Now,
mean,
who
they
who
had
who would you
they had
consider the
other
best, Razor?
people. I mean, they had other people before him. I mean, they
Yeah,
had.
like
I mean,
who though?
Funk Flex, and then
Boy,
was.
if you don't get out of here, I know you ain't gonna put
Razor,
nobody funk
Come
Razor,
on, man. He was Funk Flex
Razor.
was
that
getting
I'm
there.
talking
I
about
was
right
with you until you said funk.
here. This the nonsense that I'm talking about right here. Right here. This the nonsense.
Listen,
Now I
man.
got, now I
Let
gotta
me
drink my white rum that I put in a bottle that look like water because you done said some foolishness now.
listen,
Wait
man.
a minute, wait a minute now.
Listen, man. He was the thing, man.
No,
Girl,
He
come on,
was.
man.
He
Stop playing.
to
was.
me, if you're going by numbers, okay, he got it because his numbers is high. But to me, one of the greatest is Angie Martinez.
Angie Martinez is a great.
I
I'm not sure
I
if
love,
her
and she
impact
has who she
travels as
hasn't
much as his though.
who
You
she
got
hasn't interviewed. Who
Yeah,
she
she does.
hasn't
She does
interviewed.
do a lot of good interviews, but
And I like that she
overall, the
makes people
impact of what radio does
you
doesn't
think she
travel
made
as
an
much as
impact?
his. I think she's very impactful, but I'm not sure if her impact travels as much as his though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, his does travel. I mean, times is different now too, because social media and everything. You
Yeah,
know.
Tom, and I will say he's into politics too. Like so, because he's well rounded. I will say that.
I
Well,
Not
would.
into deep, but he talks about politics and things like that. Angie doesn't
I,
really get into the politics and stuff like that. But as far as interviews, she has interviewed
Yeah,
yeah.
great people.
she have interviewed a lot of great people, but over. I wouldn't put Angie in the lane with him personally when I think about it now. Um, from a dude that the stuff that he has done on radio for the years that he has been on radio,
Mhm.
he made a hell of a career for himself on radio.
Yeah,
Um,
and he was under the wing
of
one of
one
the
of the great,
best.
one of the great,
Great. Yeah.
which some would say she was the greatest, Wendy Williams. Some would say,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't personally give it to Wendy Williams myself. There is a lot of talk that it should be Wendy. Um, I don't know. I find it
I don't know. Wendy
the
was
reason
running
why
that
I
thing.
would kind of say yes to Wendy is because she brought her audience from the radio to TV.
Mm-hmm.
And you have and I haven't seen that really translated with Charlamagne. Charlamagne went to TV a couple of times and it
Yeah, and it didn't
hasn't really
really.
worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But in the space of content, you're not messing with dude. You know,
Mm-hmm.
over the internet where everything lives right now,
Mm-hmm.
he is.
What about Harvey? Harvey made an impact.
What Harvey?
Steve Harvey.
Man, if you don't get out of here, man. I don't know this guy.
And don't Charlamagne have his own network?
Yeah, he had the black. I'm still laughing at this. Yeah, Harvey.
Man made an impact, man. Come on, dog.
Anyway,
Man.
anyway, and I will give it. Yes, Charlamagne does have his own network, so not a
Yeah.
lot of people have done what he has done.
Uh,
The only thing, like you said, will run kind of is Wendy because she had a show that was running. People was tuning into her show, the Wendy Williams show. She
yeah,
had a nice little,
Oh yeah, they love their show.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Who didn't? I was tuning.
she
How
had
you
Ah,
she had, she
DJ
had
doing?
a very
man.
great,
How you
good show.
but she translated from radio to TV.
You know what you should have said? When you said Harvey, I thought you was hitting to Howard.
No,
As in Howard Stern.
no.
As in probably the greatest radio personality of all times. You know, it would, for me, it would have to be Wendy, Howard, and culturally, because I'm not sure how much Charlamagne I see it developing now that he's impacting into white culture or urban. No, well, he's already in urban culture. What would you call it? Yeah, I guess you would just say white culture. I've seen him start being in Fox News talking about him, all those type of. They start talking about him now, but in our culture, I would have to say that being the top 1 to 3, I would say, but for me, it would have to be Howard Stern, Wendy Williams, Charlamagne. I can't figure anybody else to put over them. Who y'all got? We ain't even gonna ask Razor about his Steve Harvey flex.
See that messed that up.
Listen, man. My thinking counts too, man.
So who's your 3, Razor? Who is your 3? Who is your 3, Razor?
I mean, you know.
Yeah, who? You say who?
I mean, I named 2 already. I think Charlamagne is up there.
Steve Harvey?
I said Funk Flex and Steve Harvey.
I forgot that one. Oh my goodness. No, I would say Wendy Williams, Charlamagne, and Angie Martinez.
Angie, that's Angie. And Angie is definitely a great radio personality. I couldn't, if anybody put her in the shoot, I wouldn't put her in. But if somebody put her in, I wouldn't debate that. Just I wouldn't go against you for Angie at all. Wendy, I definitely feel like Wendy and Howard Stern are a lock for greatest. And I think those 3 are all in the Radio Hall of Fame. I think Angie might be in there too.
I think she is. Mm-hmm.
I know Howard Stern, Wendy, and Charlamagne is for a fact.
Yeah, the 3 of them in there.
Yeah. I don't know about your 2, Razor.
Yeah, are they in the Hall of Fame? Let's look it up. We gotta look it up.
I don't know what.
You don't gotta look.
I might let you slide with Harvey, but Flex.
You didn't have
you know what, Razor?
Angie.
I think Razor go off of nostalgical things that he like. He doesn't go off of like stuff that we all, he go off of the stuff that he himself personally like, which I guess ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like in the DJ section, you can put him on the radio.
You put DJ radio. The greatest DJ, but as radio host,
nah.
He doesn't stand the chance.
No.
Funk Flex would need a whole team around him to run a whole radio program.
And he had Angie with him one time, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's not the center of anything. He's the DJ.
And Angie took her wings and.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what made the show flow. Everything with him, Angie, and all of them.
No, that's not what made the show flow.
Are you taking it? Are you just reminiscing on your New York days?
Yeah, that's I don't know what's going on with Razor. But, yeah. So y'all say no. Charlamagne is not the greatest. That's the synopsis.
I do say the numbers speak. The numbers speak. So
yeah, I'm playing favoritism. But when it comes to numbers and stuff, it is Charlamagne. But I'm just playing favoritism. But I would admit, nobody has done numbers like Charlamagne.
What you saying, Razor?
No, I'm saying the same thing. That I guess if we're going off a number, he's undisputed. So you got to give it to him.
Yeah, I want y'all to keep in mind too that you remember Hot 97?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hot 97 is a shell of itself because of one person. one human being. That's Charlamagne the God.
Yeah,
He destroyed. He destroyed Hot
he
97.
took over. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was back and forth for a minute. They was
And
throwing
Charlamagne
shot
the
at
God
yeah
Took over.
yeah
came and destroyed them.
Mm-hmm.
Um,